Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent, teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. This is the home of the 5 minute or less video. I like to give you the information that you need to make an informative decision based on insider information that I give you. I've worked at IRS for over a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. I've been doing this for 5 decades. So yeah, I've been doing this since 1973, and I am an expert in IRS resolution matters. I have a whole bunch of people that work for me, and we are dedicated, in fact, just to going ahead and resolving your case. So today I want to give you some information that can at least help you make some decisions. Whether you use this or not, that's up to you. But I want to talk to you today about how to get back on track with IRS. God, am I asked that so many times. It's a great question that somebody asked me on YouTube. I get my information from you to make my YouTubes. So let me tell you how to get back on track. So as a former agent, the very first thing I need to tell you is you need to start filing all your tax returns. First thing IRS is going to ask you, there's 2 questions. Are all your returns filed? By the way, you only have to file the last 6. There's an IRS policy statement to that. And are you currently making estimate payments or withholding? So the first thing you can do is make sure your withholding's up to date, or you start to make ES payments after listening to this YouTube. That's what IRS wants to see. They want to see that you're rehabilitative. That's how you get back on track with IRS. So if they've known you filed your returns and you've made estimate tax payments, you're ending the situation. You're drawing a line in the sand and saying, IRS, I'm doing great, going to move forward, but let me work on the back problem. And they're happy to go ahead and do that because you've complied with the 2 things that are important to them: being current on your tax returns and making estimates or withholding. So that's number 1. We can prepare all your returns or have your own accountant or whoever you use prepare. Just get your returns really on file. After you do that, IRS is going to offer you one of 3 programs to go ahead and get back in the process, to get back in good graces, and there's 3 of them. They will look at a current financial statement, a 433F, a 433A, or a 433 OIC if you're doing the offer, and they're going to say, you're either currently non-collectible or in hardship based on our standards, not theirs. On IRS standards, not yours. You can either make a payment agreement based on your financial statement because they think you're living a little above your standards, or you can settle your tax debt for pennies on a dollar if you qualify for the offer and compromise. Now, don't get running out saying I can qualify for an offer. I know I can. IRS accepts about 19% of all offers every year, and you must qualify. There's an IRS pre-qualifier out there. It's right most of the time. You need to speak to a professional really to make sure, but it's the IRS pre-qualifier tool for the offer and compromise. So the best way, any way for you to, before you make that call, is understand how the IRS financial statements work and the program they offer. And if it's a small case and you really have nothing wrong with doing it yourself. But if you have stuff and you owe a lot of money, you really do need to get a professional involved to go ahead and guide you through this, because if you can go ahead and understand what the IRS financial statement is going to do and how it could change your life, you need to find out what the best way to go ahead and settle or make do with the IRS based on your current financial statement. That current financial statement drives everything that you do to IRS, everything. That's why you need to have somebody review it, give you a consultation on it. If you can't afford it, then just try to do it yourself. Call the 1-800 number, 800-829-1040, and give it your best shot. IRS is going to want you to give them a current financial statement. If you're calling the service center, they're going to want the 433F, they're going to want your pay stubs, and they're going to want their bank statements. So look over the 433F and call them. Like I said, this is a small case, nothing wrong. You're going to say, well, what's a small case? If you owe over $50,000, you do not want to do this by yourself. I think you're going to find yourself in deep weeds somewhere down the road. Please make sure all your tax returns are filed and your estimate payments or withholding are up to date. Once again, IRS is going to look to that. Don't worry about making the call. You guys just you have all this angst and worry. you got to make the call to somebody, no matter who it is. Just get back in the system, and you don't have to stop worrying anymore about this. There's nothing to be scared about. IRS has these programs. They will work with you, and they will get you back in the system worry-free. Please stop worrying about your outcome and get it done. I'm available for consultation, representation. By the way, if this video was good for you, please leave me a comment or a subscription. They're really big. YouTube loves me to have subscriptions. It helps me going up. I do give you the truth. Everything I told you is gospel truth. Thank you very much for listening and the subscription, and have a good day. God bless.